So hi everybody and welcome. I feel like it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, so I was very much looking forward to doing this today and visiting with all my friends out there in TV land, or maybe it's YouTube land or something like that these days. So I've come to you today to talk to you about Vintage Red Holiday. It's a group that we call Smokin'. And it's a little bit of a takeoff on sort of that sexiness, or the old perceived sexiness of smoke from a cigarette, but also sort of smoking, like, wow, isn't Jonathan smoking hot? I know that's what you're all thinking watching the video. So anyway, we do have as a little addition today to our props, our little hat box of the little Vintage Red wallpaper print to kind of reinforce to you all the success that Vintage Red has had over the years with their prints, and also with the concept of wallpaper prints. I once went to this show where actually somebody jumped out of the hat box, but unfortunately, oh no, there's somebody in there. It's jumped out. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through now Smokin'. So I'm going to just move this a little bit to the side so my trusty Prima could take it away. And we're going to start up here with Smokin'. So basically the concept here is holiday. It's very luxe, L-U-X, for all the you fancy people out there. It's very obviously black, white, and gray with pops of red. Anything in the red family, whether it's been burgundy, red, any of those colors have been really strong for us at retail for many seasons. So it's the perfect color for holiday to blend in with black, white, gray. And obviously red, when you think of Christmas, you think of red velvet, you think of Santa Claus, red rosy cheeks, red little outfit that he wears, trimmed in little white fur. So definitely red is your fashion color for the holiday season. We start out with our signature holiday shirt, and it's called the Polaroid Roses. Roses, number one, are probably the biggest trending print out in the market. When you see all the things that are happening in streetwear, in sort of the skatewear market, you definitely see the use of florals, and especially roses. So here we've done, actually it's a really unique printing technique I should say, where it's almost like the negative of a photo, and it's called our rose print. So it's our signature piece kicking off the collection. Our next silhouette is a great holiday going out shirt. It is a tuxedo silhouette. We do always like to do a great white shirt this time of year. It's got this tuxedo pleat. It's got the blocking, which has also been a big trend. And also, besides sort of the bigger florals, these neat little prints are also have been very, very strong and a big trend. So you can see that here printed down the placket of the tux pleats, as well as in the cuff. So one of the nice things about Vintage Red always is that the consumer always finds some really nice hidden treasures as they continue to look at the garment. Very much where we've been, where we did our fall plaids and our holiday plaids, they tend to be like black, white, or colors that can be sort of like dress up, dress down. So this is a great black-white yarn dye that can be very dress up, dress down. It can go with a great pair of skinny jeans or non-denim bottoms. Any kind of sneaker would be really cool with it. It's just a very versatile workwear silhouette with the type of pockets and the great white thick stitching. Vintage Red always used to have completer pieces. It was always a wovens-driven collection. In the last few years, we focused very much just on the wovens, but we've actually begun to add back in some other categories, and for spring, we should have almost all the categories covered. So what we wanted to do was to take a concept and actually do different variations of it, and then come up with the perfect one or two pieces. So this is actually our concept, which gets its direction from all the sort of athletic influence out there with the jogger pant, and it is a raglan sleeve charcoal fleece with taking blocked with our woven Dobby. So it's a great top to fit in with that whole great trend, and it's a really novel knit. And with knits trending so strongly, what a great way to do something a little bit unique. Then we take our all-over print and do it as a black and white. And here you can see where we always sort of do anything that reminds guys of vertical stripes. So it gives you that almost like vertical stripe element, but it's a sort of like a non-print print. It's the same print we used on the tuxedo bib front, but here it's done just as an all-over, and it is very sort of subtle, and it's a great black-white shirt. Our last two shirts on the first half of the group is our chambray shirt. It's done though in a charcoal gray, and we continue to use our trend of blocking, which again has been very strong at retail, both on the pocket, on the back yoke, and then of course we have the lovely novelty of the inside cuffs. So this is a really great every guy, everyday shirt that can be dress up, dress down, but plays very much into the blocked concept and into the chambray. And then we finish this first part with what we call our cable knit woven. So I know that's sort of a oxymoron, or or a synonym, or a homonym, or a synonym. But basically what it is, it's a print of a cable knit. So it's really, again, very unique because it takes the trend of cable knits, but does it in a woven silhouette. So what we really think is so important for holiday is that there really be some novelty on the floor. With fall being all about the brushed items and the brushed plaids and the brushed smaller prints and the brushed solids, I think it's, and we feel, and we don't want the stores to become so overloaded with that look, and then they forget that the guy is coming in sometimes for more dressy things, more novel things, and certainly at holiday, this is the time to step out. We go to our bottom row, and basically we have our chambray. Our chambray is done with the printed silhouette or the printed technique of the rose. So again, it's chambray and the rose, two important trends on one silhouette. We continue in our yarn dye idea, but here it's a red plaid with little Dobby X's, which is great, so it gives it almost like that extra texture to it. It's also trimmed in chambray going down the placket and inside the cuff. We have our vertical wallpaper print, which is very us. Everybody knows us for this, and again, we have found that even in the spring, where some people may not have gone strongly into prints from us, a lot of the store people are telling the buyers, see, you should have listened to us, that there's like, where's the vintage red prints? And the couple that they have put on the floor have done well. So prints are us. We've also added in this really cool baseball jacket. It's got the tartan red plaid, and the sleeves are done with the faux leatherette, both on the sleeve, as I mentioned, and also on la pocket. As you can notice, I have been taking French lessons, so I am adding quite a bit of my the things I have learned into the presentation. I thought for a holiday, you know, why don't we all just become very Parisian? So you've got this awesome yarn dye. It's got this white Dobby going through it. It pops with red. It's got a white collar and white cuff. And then probably our number one in this knit woven concept was taking the charcoal heather, doing it with the printed chambray that we were talking about, and blocking it with the pocket. And then lastly, a second colorway on the baseball jacket with the white plaid. So let's all get together, let's have a glass of champagne for holiday, and let's all celebrate.